Welcome to the Astro Room, your very own portal to the cosmos. And as we all may know by now, the Seestar has done another update, firmware update for our wonderful smart telescope, the Seestar S50. And I will dig in one by one with all the new features. As you can see, from the moment that I post this video, this was done approximately by now. It's been about 24 hours since they posted this video. And I am showing this to you straight from my community tab in the Astro Room page. So if you notice on the community tab, I post a lot of updates there and different things that I want to share with the community, which is you, the Astro Room viewers. So I hope you get a chance to check this out. So if you look at my homepage, just very briefly before we get into the update, you have your home videos, the shorts, right? This is the Astro Room channel live, my playlist. And then in the community area, I post a lot of updates and images with you guys. So make sure you're checking that out for some of the latest things that I post on there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Like I said, I updated it and I showed that this firmware update is now available. This is actually available on Android and iPhone. So please know that it is available for all devices at this time, as at the moment that you are seeing this video. Do know that this is version 1.18. Okay, this is the version number of the actual update. However, there is something called a firmware update. So every time the Seestar releases a new update to your device, to your Seestar, they release a version number of the new update, and they release something called a firmware update simultaneously. It's the same thing, so to speak, but one is for the firmware, one is for the version number. So a lot of people have been getting confused with this and have been asking me questions, and they think they don't have the new version, or the different numbers, firmware and version numbers are getting them confused. I'll show you what I mean by that, but keep that in mind anyway. Make sure you do your update as soon as you can, so you can get all these new features, and we're going to go over them one by one. Okay, so I've actually done a screen recording of how to install the update. So if you are unsure of how to do it, very briefly, I want to show you how to do this. So this is a screen recording. After you've updated from your App Store, from your Play Store, for Android devices, it would be in your Play Store, okay? So for Apple devices, go to your App Store and download the new update. After you've done the update, you turn on your Seestar. Make sure the tablet or the phone that you are using is near your Seestar, okay? Turn on your Seestar and connect your Seestar, okay? Make sure you connect your Seestar, okay, to your phone. As soon as it connects, you will see this pop up where it says to update the firmware. That's how you know if you've done the update. This should be the first thing that will pop up. You are going to then hit now, okay? And make sure your phone or your tablet or your iPad is near your Seestar while you do this, okay? And this pops up. The update firmware feature pops up, and it does tell you here it's going to take several minutes. Do not leave this page, and ensure the Seestar is powered properly. And like I said, this is a screen recording because I've already done my update, and it'll go by, right? It might take a couple minutes, and then it's going to install. Let's move this very quickly, okay? And then it'll be done very, very quickly, okay? As it says here, it's restarting the Seestar, and then it's done. Update succeeded. You might even hear a voice out loud that says firmware update or firmware updated. And this is what I'm talking about. If you can see this right here, it says version, which is the firmware version. Remember earlier I was talking about there is a version of the update numbers, two different things, okay? But that's not important. Don't stress out about that. Don't worry about that. FYI, or you know, information for you. What this really means is that the firmware is just a software that's providing instructions to the machine, right? To our Seestar, that allows that hardware to function. That's all it is, okay? But, you know, not important for you to know, you know, doesn't make a difference, but I'm just letting you know when you go into the app, you'll see something that says version number, and then after you update it, it'll say firmware number, or it'll have this latest version number. It's two different numbers. It's okay. It's totally okay. But let's move on. Like I said, we're going to go step by step, and I'm going to go now into my Seestar, where I've already done the update. And if you click on the word me, down here on the bottom right, if you see my cursor, and then we're going to click on the little gear up the top right corner, and then we're going to click on about, and then we'll click on what's fresh. This menu is going to pop up, and you're going to see all the new features. It explains it to you, but it doesn't explain it to you in that much detail. We have to do our own digging in, and that's what I'm here for. We're going to dig in to see what all of this means, okay? I'm going to go to number 1 here. The first new feature is that they added back the sync mode. If you recently got your Seestar, you might not know what this is. Some of us have had Seestar a little bit longer. If you recall, in the SkyAtlas, there was a sync mode feature, okay? And I'll show you what that is. And now what happens is that it's not automatically on. You have to turn it on in your advanced settings. We're going to talk about that. Let's go to it. Okay, so I'm going to go into my Seestar, and I'll show you what that means. So I'm going to click on SkyAtlas. Okay. And as you notice, my sync feature is on. That's because I've already updated it. I've already done the sync. And when you go into your advanced feature, this is the new thing that pops up on the menu, SkyAtlas Sync. Okay, this is what pops up now. So you're going to want to turn it on should you want to use the sync or synchronization feature, okay? If I turn it off, I'll show you, it won't be anymore on your SkyAtlas. You see that? It says go to, but it doesn't say sync, okay? Now, we already know go to just means for your lens to slew to the object that you want to look at that's here in the center, okay? Let me get out of there. I'm going to explain. So going back to the advanced feature SkyAtlas Sync, I'm going to turn that on because I do want that on, okay? And what's going to happen is, like I said, it pops up. Check it out. So now it says sync down here, and it has your go-to. And this feature was available before, and all of a sudden the Seestar took it off, but now it's back. And I want to explain a little bit about this. To be honest, a lot of people, from what I'm seeing, do not really fully understand what this feature is and what it does and what the whole purpose of it is. But I'm going to give it a shot from what my understanding is of this feature. People think it's useless, but I don't think the Seestar would put anything under there if it was useless, okay? So for demonstration purposes, to try to understand what this sync mode is, apparently what it does is that it helps with plate solving and accuracy of your target, okay? So for instance, after you have a target here centered in the middle, okay, whatever target that is that you have, and your scope has already slewed to it, your lens has slewed to it, right? You first had hit go to. After that, you can press sync, okay? And if you think the sync feature does other things, do let me know in the description what your takes on it are, because I feel like a lot of people are completely unsure of it. I wouldn't say I'm 100% sure of it myself, but my thinking on this is that it's actually helping it to track accuracy, and as you sync, or as you go to and then sync each object that you're looking at, for the next one and each next subsequent object after that, it'll just get better and better. Your plate solving will take less time and things like that. It'll just be quicker. The other new features that are here, we've got, and I love this one, added favorite mark feature in the album. I love this. So there's a new favorites, and let me show you what that is. I'm gonna go back to my Seestar, exit this. If you go into your album, and this works for both downloaded and Seestar, let's say I'm looking at all the shots that I got, all the images that I got, but there's one that really stands out to me that I really like, then I'm gonna click on that. And I'm going to hit this little star button right here. And this will favorite my image. Now that I go back, you see how you'll remember now which one was your favorite, right? It's hard to remember which one was your favorite. So it'll have a little star that pops up there to remind you of the good ones that you like. So it's pretty cool. So you can fill it up with whichever ones you like. And I'm going to take it off. If it no longer is your favorite for whatever reason, you can take off the favorite or the star tab. And this new feature will work in your downloaded folder and in your Seestar folder. Okay, so for instance, let's say I'm going to solar and I love this raw video. So it'll let you favorite videos as well. So I click on the little star, I go back out, and there you see it right there. The little favorites star mark is there. So yeah, and then you can take it off, like I said, if you don't want it anymore. So that is a pretty neat feature, I'd say. I really like that. Let's go back to the next one. We have added manual exposure feature in lunar mode. I'll show you what this is. If I go to lunar, now, right now, my Seestar is not trying to image anything in particular because I'm just doing a demonstration video at this moment. However, we can still show you here what this means. Okay? This is what's been added. So besides just the already that was there, the brightness scale, now there's manual. There's a manual mode where you can change the exposure. It's on there in milliseconds. The exposure setting is there. Your gain is there. This was not there before, everyone. So if the moon was here while I'm moving this, it's going to obviously change its settings, its color, right? Its brightness, the light on it, right? So this is really, really nice because it'll let you play with this feature to get the moon just how you want it, you know? Sometimes with different phases of the moon, there's stuff that we can't discern very well or see very well. Like for instance, when it's full moon, you know, there's certain things you can't discern as well on the moon. So maybe playing with these features, there might be some things that you can see better on the moon. And if you're curious about this feature through solar mode, because solar mode is also something that has this new feature as well, you can check out my live stream. I'll put a card in the video, in this video up top on the right, so you can check that out later. And I actually talked about that in a live stream that I did when we were preparing for the eclipse. We were practicing the settings for the eclipse. And I actually showed how to do that, the exposure, milliseconds, your gain, and things like that. So feel free to check that out when you get the chance. Okay, so let's talk about the other new feature. It says it added manually updating Comet database feature. This is really neat. There are comets that I've tried looking for in the past, and they are not in the catalog. So I'm hoping that this will fix that. And I'm not talking about your iconic, your popular comets that, you know, everybody's into right now. I'm talking about just random ones that I've tried looking for that are not as popular. So you're going to click on SkyAtlas at the bottom. I'm going to click on the search magnifying glass in the top right-hand corner. And you see it has your panel that comes up where it has different modes, solar, moon, etc. I'm going to click on Comet. And this is where it's updated manually. So, which is where you yourself can do the update. This was not here before. You see these two little circles, these little arrow circles in the top right-hand corner? That was not there before this update. So normally we were relying on the Seestar itself to update this automatically with your comets. But now, you know, and they'll put on here when they did the last update, it has like, you know, it always had the date on here, but it's cool now that I can just click on this, the refresh button, to make sure that it's updated to the latest version of Comets, right, is what I'm assuming, that it's going to have anything new that pops up. So once again, you click on it, it already says it's updated to the latest version on there, but because I updated it earlier. But I thought that was pretty neat. The next one is that it added filtering function for works in the nearby. When you go to your nearby tab, you see down here on the bottom, when you click on that, what it does is that it literally will move your map to your exact area or very near your town or your location where you have your Seestar. And you can basically see other people's images around you that they're posting to the Seestar community tab. So kind of cool. You can check it out, see who's around you, right? That's imaging. Maybe somebody is like super near you. It's kind of cool. Like you can see who's near you right next to you having a Seestar, just like you with a Seestar. Pretty neat. And the next feature is supported sharing short Seestar videos to the Astronet. That's basically your community section as well, where before they were only allowing pictures or images and you could not share videos, but now you can share your videos, which is really cool. Optimized deep sky stack algorithm, which that can't be bad. This, I'm assuming, will enhance your deep sky stacks, will help your images look better. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm assuming that's what it does, obviously. And then you have an optimized network screening. I'm not 100% sure what this is. My best guess is that this is regarding perhaps Wi-Fi connection or screening your networks. I'm not really 100% sure. This seems to be something related to internet settings or screening of your network, your Wi-Fi. And optimize obviously can't be bad. It enhance this, maybe a quicker connection. Not 100% sure, guys. If you have an idea what this is, please let me know in the comments or if you figured this out. Number 3 is optimized deep sky stack process. Easy for viewing tutorials. So there's actually a tutorial under Deep Sky Stack. When you go to Deep Sky Stack, you can view a tutorial. I actually have a video of how to stack, how to do deep sky stacking, so feel free to check that out. I'll put it here as a card on the top right corner, so you can check that out too when you get a chance. And then we have number 4, optimized text and UI. So that's actually your user interface, right? Your actual Seestar app. Optimized has been enhanced in the user interface as well, and fix known bugs, which is also a good thing. So now, everyone, I have a bonus for you that I just found out. If you go to your Seestar app and you're going to go to your community tab, there is another contest. This one is pretty exciting. Let me show you what this is. It's coming up. And once you hit that community tab, look what pops up. Coming soon, a flower and starry sky photo contest. And of course, the winners, more than one, the winners will get prizes. Thought this was kind of cool, guys. Let's check it out. There's honestly not that much detail as to what the entries should be at this time. I don't fully understand it. Besides, it's a mixture of maybe what I'm thinking is maybe in scenery mode, you know, if you get flowers or nature, and then also starry sky. So also, you know, your regular images from the Seestar, you know, of space or of stars or of deep space. And check out what the winners will get. And I've looked up all of these things here. So, of course, number 1, you're going to get a Seestar. And who doesn't want another Seestar? This is really neat, guys. And I'm going to check out with you right here. Stay with me. I'm going to let you know what each of these things are. So the first one down here is an Eon camera. And this is the camera retailed at $159. Looks like it was $199. And this looks pretty cool. This looks pretty cool. It's a time-lapse camera. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. That's really neat. The next one, let's look at this. This UFO3 octopus. This is actually pretty cool. So check it out. It's a flexible tripod, so it can hold these cameras. It can hold, I wonder if it can hold a Seestar. Maybe not, but regardless, this is actually really cool. This is really neat. And the next item for prize is a Beta-4C. It is a carbon fiber tripod. And who doesn't want that? So it says it's for mobile phones, it says for selfies. Looks pretty well made. I mean, if it's carbon fiber, it has to be. The next one on the list, it's an X-Airfly video, is what it's called. Let me show you what that is. Look at this, guys. This looks heavy duty stuff. This to me, you can put your Seestar on here. This looks very heavy duty. Look at this, $300. $300, guys. Imagine getting this for free. This is a carbon fiber as well. The material, it says easy to adjust. This is really neat, guys. So now the rules of the contest, I read the rules here. So submission begins, it says late April 2024 until June 30th, 2024. The judging will be in July, and the awarding of the prizes is going to be mid-August 2024. I know this looks tiny on the screen right now where you're seeing it, but check it out. You can read more about it. It even has, if you think that your entry video or image is too big to upload to the Seestar community tab here, you can email your work to an email address that they've put here. So yeah, so pretty neat. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It's free and it's easy. Just click the subscribe button on this video, and that way you can continue getting updates to your inbox if you hit the notification button, the bell button, and that way you can get email notifications straight from the Astro Room channel from YouTube that will show you when I post new videos. So stick here with me. If you find this content valuable, help me out and donate, buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. It's very, very simple. And I want to thank all of you who are already doing this, who have already done this, because with these donations, I'm going to upgrade more. Everything that I use to present to you, everything on this channel, like my computer, my camera, my audio, and so forth. So thank you so much to all of you who have already done that. And right now, I am doing this freely on my own time. I am not making money from any sponsors or any brands or anything like that that's helping me. So I am very thankful for all the donations that I'm getting, because it really does show to me that you want more of this content. And of course, I want to continue doing this as well. So thank you so much for your support, and stay tuned for more videos from the Astro Room, your very own portal to the cosmos.